Good morning, Boobie Goaters. It's me, Erin, and it's morning. It's pretty early, but it's my normal now, I guess, because it is 6:30 in the morning, and I am hoping that I did this right. It's loading. I think I did this right. This is awesome. Cool beans. So, it's really hot for me though, but drink it if you got it. I will say, that's a nice cup. Sure makes that buttery coffee taste so delicious. Oh yes. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I did not create the thumbnail early enough, I guess, in the week. I don't know, because I didn't know if I was going to come on at 6:30 today, because I have to wake up a kid for school. But she was like, I set an alarm, I'm going to be there, I'll be okay. And I was like, I'll just wake you up at 6:15 so you're kind of awake, so you know how to get ready for school. I mean, obviously she knows how to do that. It's just that, just make sure you're up type deal. So behind me, you might hear, like, it almost sounds like a fan. I've got a dehydrator going, and I'm making jerky for the kids. And they already busted into it last night, it looks like. There were a few pieces on the ground, and Rocky woke up early with me around 4. And yeah, I don't know why I woke up at 4. And I just felt good. And I was up. Oh, good morning, Loretta. Thanks for showing up. I'm glad that this is working. So cool beans. Sometimes when I use this app to stream on, just so I can get the words to come up here, I messed up a few times, but all right, here we go. And it looks like Sandy's here. Good morning, Sandy. Why didn't your good morning pop up? It must have been before the stream started. That's what happened. Yeah, I gotta show you guys what happened to the Chromebook that I was gifted from my daughter. One of the kids last night knocked it, but half of it works. So I was like, I'll use this to read chat, even though it floats right here on the side. And, you know, it's working, so it's still kind of good. Anyway, so the question for today was kind of simple. Do you know what they ate in the 1940s? Well, I guess I got a comment yesterday or last night in one of my videos. Maybe the one, it kind of went a little bit popular than I usually have. It has like 600 views. And it's just me opening mail. New t-shirts. Butter Woman. And this guy goes, people ate like that in the 1940s. Did you know they died of heart disease? And I was like, hold up. A simple YouTube search will definitely answer this question. So, you know, I just went on to Google and I was like, so what was the diet in the 1940s? First of all, do you guys know what happened in the late 1930s to mid-1940s? Do you know? Anyone want to answer that real quick? Go ahead. Do you know what happened? It was a significant event. It has to do with the world in war, and possibly number 2, World War II. And do you know that because of World War II, there were a lot of rationing going on? So, you know, simple Google search, all I did was ask, what was the diet in the 1940s? And the first thing you get is that it was a high carbohydrate diet with very little protein. And that's because partly because of the war. And they ate more carbs and less protein. War ration made everyone grow victory gardens. So this led to more consumption of vegetables and fruit. Oh my gosh, what are those? Are they carbs? Because I'm pretty sure it is. So this guy's comment was like, which I probably already said it, but people ate like that in the 1940s and died of heart disease. Yes, heart disease is always the top thing. Like whenever you go back and look at the census in any part of the decades, you will get heart disease and cancer. And what feeds this? Carbohydrates, man, sugar. Anyway, I decided to look up what were their dietary guidelines in the 1940s. Because, you know, now I'm interested. I'm like, well, I want to give this guy a good answer, you know? Hi, Josephine. Butterwoman. Yeah, before I forget, I should plug this. Thomas Target Prime Rib will have me on his channel. It would be 1 p.m. Central Time for me. Anyway, so I decided to look into the dietary guidelines of the 1940s. And what they had was kind of like a pie chart with 7 slices in it, basically. Group 1, and they had them color coordinated too. So group 1 was kind of like green and yellow veggies. I forget what color. I didn't write it down. I wrote this down real quick because I was just like, oh, this is something to talk about this morning. Good morning, Amy. We're going over dietary guidelines in the 1940s. Just because some dumbie didn't Google before he wrote a stupid comment. So we're just trying to like have a teaching moment here. So group 1 in this pie chart is eat your green and yellow veggies. Group 2 was oranges, tomatoes, and grapefruit. Group 3 was potatoes and other veggies and fruit. This seems like a lot of carbs already. And group 4, milk and milk products. And group 5 was meat and poultry. Group 6 was bread, flour, and cereals. And group 7 is butter and fortified margarine. And it said at the bottom of this pie chart, because this is probably some government issue thing, it was like, in addition to the basic 7, that's what they call it, the basic 7, eat any other foods and fruit you want. And so, to answer this guy's comment where he said people ate like that in the 1940s and died of heart disease, no, people ate like that pie chart and died of heart disease. I'm eating something totally different, and it's totally not 1940s. It's kind of an ancient way, you would say. And Sandy says, oops. And Josephine says, oh my gosh, my daughter has moved everything out, and I'm sore and so happy I was able to help with most of it. Yoo-hoo. See, it's a good sore. It's a good feeling. She vanished. I vanished? I'm not working? Did I disappear? What happened? Am I not? Uh-oh. Checking. It looks like I'm working here. Let me go to... Did I get blocked because I was talking about pie? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I must be getting very popular with all these crazy comments. Everybody else can see me. Uh-oh. Okay. We're working here. I made some fatty coffee earlier. It was so good. Oh yes, Loretta sees me. And Amy sees me. I am here. I feel very here today. Yeah, there's something about waking up at 4 in the morning, you take a shower, and then you just sit on your butt and wait for 5 o'clock for Kilt's show. And then you watch that, and then you're like, oh, I gotta be on at I better make a thumbnail. I need to make these earlier, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to do a live this morning or ever, since I got kicked out of my spot by some certain unknown, well-known YouTuber. And I try not to mess up with live streams with everybody else, because a lot of us watch Old Guy Carnivore like I do, because sometimes I feel like maybe I'll get a little bit smarter. Just a little bit. And other times, when he's talking crazy talk, which isn't crazy, it's actually real science talk, I'll just be like, aw. But I'm sure I'm absorbing some of it. Which, I really love the fact that I could just go into the US Census and ask what they were dying of, and then from there ask what their dietary guidelines were. Like, I would have never thought to do any of that if I was, what did I do? I just opened up another channel here. Here we go. Click on that. Boom. If I was eating like a high carbohydrate diet, what did they call it? There was a name for this pie chart. The 7 groups. Oh, when a commercial comes on, it goes, why are they, man, I told them. Let me put in commercials after. I got a nice fan going. My hair's like, and I'm making jerky. And Rocky woke up early. She was up around 4, and she's like, jerky. And she grabbed it out and started eating it. And I'm like, I don't know if it's done yet, but I guess. It looked done. But it's still going. Because some of the pieces were like top round, but cut thin, but they're a little thick, and I think they'll take a little bit longer to make. I'm gonna pause me on that screen. Since half the screen is like busted on this Chromebook, and I can only see so much of the screen. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't really move around a lot of this chat. Oh, dang. Let me exit that and pop out a window. Boop, ba, doo, 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 doo. Computer talk. There it is. All right. I see you. Commercial comes. There you go. Yeah. So we're all caught up here. But I just thought, man, what a funky comment. Like, wouldn't you, before you wrote something, research it real quick? You know? He was probably like, what did they die of in the 1940s? Oh, heart disease. I'm gonna write that down. Instead of going, what did they eat? Why are they dying of things like that? Good morning, Tanya. We were just going over what they ate in the 1940s to clear up a comment about people ate like I did in the 1940s and died. And I was like, hold the phone. World War II was happening. They were living off their victory gardens. They had ration stamps. They were obviously eating way more carbohydrates. Josephine said I had a bag of jerky that I liked. No, it gross and had a fishy taste. Oh no. Yes, jerky at home is really good. My kids like the spicy jerky, so I have to get like red pepper flakes. But this time, I just used that really coarse salt, threw it on top of that, threw it in the dehydrator, and they're eating it, so I must have salted it really well. It's not because I drink that buttery coffee. Which I made another Butter Woman commercial. It'll be out after Old Guy Carnivore. I think I'm watching it at 8:30. It's a shorter video. I just didn't do much yesterday. We had like thunderstorms and stuff. But I did work. And I did shake plate. I just didn't put it on there. I did that. You know, I researched a little bit. I Googled. I Googled how long is okay for shake plate, and they were like 30 minutes. Anything more is kind of detrimental to your joints or something. And I was just like, or muscles. And I'm like, is that true? Because sometimes I do 40 minutes. I just have to press the button because it does a 10-minute timer every time I'm on it. You got your butter coffee cup. Isn't it cool? Like, yeah. I don't really hold coffee with my left hand. It's more like this, and if I do that, it's blank. My bad. And so far, they haven't broke it yet. I was really worried about that. I look like a fun superhero. Butter Woman. With the spin. I got the baby spinning now. She's always like going for butter balls in the fridge, eating them and spinning. I gotta make her a butter baby. Have a little baby commercial. It'd be kind of funny. have ideas. And they usually like to do the acting thing. If I ask them to do stuff, it's kind of funny. Yeah. So it's, you know, really thought talking about that pie chart would take up like an hour. It only took them 15 minutes. But I thought it was like kind of really funny. And this was like, it looked like a government issued poster about the 7 things that you have to eat, or the 7 colors. It was something weird. 7 groups, 7 colors. For health, eat some food from each group every day. And at the end, it was like, in addition to all these groups, eat any other foods you want. It's like, wow, thanks, government. But I think when you go back and look at census anyway, heart disease and cancer is always the top in any decade. I think that's true. I might go through it. I did leave a comment to that guy, and I was like, weren't they drinking a lot too? Like, every 1930s, 40s, and 50s movies, even in the 60s, they're always having that afternoon drinking or drinking at work. Were those true? I saw this going around the internet. It might be just made up by AI, but they had like these whiskey machines during work when you take your break. Alex needs to sponsor me. You know, I did send them some of my commercials just for fun. I tagged them on Instagram. And this afternoon, Butter Woman might actually make an appearance on Thomas's show. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I'll spin. If I stay in this room, I can spin. If I go to my room, no. No spinning. I can understand why everyone believed what they were seeing on the box. Yes, the TV, yep. Everybody does, though, don't they? Like, we're usually, good morning, Bacon Baby. Usually we're conditioned from a small age to watch the news and believe it. So I get it. And it's probably something from when it started. They were using those in those reels that they had too, like for war and stuff, to get you, yes, let's fight. I don't know, guys, I'm early morning, me. Early morning, not awake. More coffee, please. Which I only poured myself 1 cup. Good morning, Terry, from the grand place of Arkansas. Oh, are you near one of those, is it the mineral springs or their hot springs? That's where I wanted to go. Instead of meeting my brother in Texas, I was like, let's just go a little north to the hot springs. I think that would be fun. I think that 90% of why I've not watched TV in around 6 years. Yeah, I haven't watched television in a very long time. Back in 2020, the kids broke the remote. And because we live out in the country, we don't even get like cell service or even satellite. And when everything went like not wired in anymore, that changed. What was that, in 2008 or something? They changed everything over and we can't get anything. So we have to have, you're an hour and a half from the hot springs. That's awesome. Do you ever go? Ever? I think it'd be neat. That was something that they were doing, like promote health, go soak in some mineral water. It's mineral, right? Yeah. Yeah. See? Yeah, I know my stuff, sort of. Yes, going to those hot springs. Anyway, that was like all my things. You know, it's kind of interesting though to learn what they were eating, and you can just like Google it before you write dumb comments on other people's channels. You just have to think for a minute instead of be like, everybody down for the wheels, duh. I hate to tell you this. It's like, what were they eating for real? What were they eating? What were the dietary guidelines? Because there was always something, some pencil pusher, some person that's just like, you know, it's really weird. As a human being, why do they have to tell us what to eat? You know, like, don't you know what to eat? What tastes good? I guess not. I guess we have to tell everybody. It's all crazy. Morning, Sean. I'm over here. I've only had, honestly, since I've had this YouTube channel, and I've only really used it for the past 2 years, like, I've only had maybe a handful of commenters. One I had to block because it was getting kind of weird. Because I couldn't put my wedding ring on my finger. They were always like, are you married? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't want these comments on my channel. Block, block, block. But, like, I've never had any really bad ones, you know? And recently I was like, dang, I must be making it. Can't wait. But, you know, simple research can answer any weird comment that you get, honestly. If you ask the right questions, that's the thing. You have to ask the right questions. Like, I was like, what were their dietary guidelines? Maybe I'll ask that for, like, every decade before. But you know that bread was a big thing. You had to eat something, you know? And, yeah. And you think they ate a lot of canned foods, too. Yeah, they had to. Didn't they have to, like, use stamps to get it, too? So everything was, like, it's crazy. And I know for a fact, wasn't it, like, sugar and flour rations and meat? Because it was for, you wanted to feed canned meat. They're getting into canned meat, too, weren't they? They're getting a lot of stuff that time to feed the soldiers. And peanut butter and jelly got really big because it was easy. But yeah, one of the groups, I loved it. Bread, flour, and cereals, group 6, and then group 7, butter and fortified margarine. Fortified margarine. Yeah, they definitely were just eating meat, right? Were they? Did you see Dr. Barry's AI video last night? You could even ask ChatGPT what the dietary guidelines were for the 1940s. Yeah. I was actually watching that before I started this. I was setting this up, and then I had to, like, turn off the TV. I don't really need Dr. Barry in the background. Did I say drink it if you got it? Definitely got it. I made coffee in the percolator because we were, like, vibing 1940s today. But, you know, you can all change your answers now because now you know what they ate in the 1940s. There you go. So far, 91% didn't know and 9% did. Yep, Spam has sugar. I don't even think it's sugar anymore. I think they just put, like, the corn syrup in it or something. It's like, so hard to shop sometimes when they want off-plan foods. Like, yesterday, I bought a bunch of organic pasta made in Italy because Veda and Loretta and Eloise were all like, what? I need pasta. I want pasta. And I know Flash misses pasta. So I made them some pasta last night. It's not horrible, but you really have to read the ingredients. And man, that Spam. My husband was like, I dare you to eat one of these Spams because you can buy them at the Dollar Tree in these weird little slice packs. And I read the back of it and I was like, I don't think I can eat this, but we can keep it. I mean, it'll keep if we really need it. We got a quack. I don't think he's on here yet. How you doing with the eggs? Are you tired of them yet? Well, I'm starting to pickle them. I've got a bigger container, and I'm gonna boil up even more eggs and just like pickle them. And I told that to the kids, and they all made a face at me, and I'm like, bet in like a week these eggs are gonna be delicious. So in a week I'm gonna try them. Maybe they'll be good. Never tire of eggs. Yeah, I mean, eggs are kind of neat. I'm really thinking about just eating eggs for a month. It's super easy. Eggs and butter. If you do. Eggs are so versatile. You guys can't watch me suffer. I'll be like, eggs. Actually, eggs are great. I love hard-boiled eggs because they keep you so full. Yesterday I made a bunch and I like sliced them in half, put butter on top, had a little plate of them, and I was like, I'm kind of hungry, I'm gonna eat this. I took one, ate one, Rocky took my plate, and kind of bent over and dropped all the eggs on the floor, and I was like, well, there goes that. I put them all in the chicken bucket and made her some more. Yeah, I've never had pickled eggs either. We bought the kids some, but it had some questionable ingredients in them, but they wanted to try them anyway. And they were like, are these okay? Because they were like hard and rubbery on the outside. And I was like, I don't think you eat that part. Maybe you peel it? I don't know. So Amy said she ate only eggs and bacon in 2019 when you had a meat aversion from surgeries. You lost 60 pounds that year. Yeah, maybe that's that'll fix what I saw. Maybe eggs and bacon. Add that bacon in. That'd be good. And Tanya goes, I love pickled eggs. Do you have any good pickled egg recipes? I know, what is this? It's called like cowboy candy. I want to kind of make something like that, like a brine like that, but not, they use a lot of sugar in it. I don't want to do that. The kids might like it if it had sugar in it. But it's like a spicier version. So you went to lunch with your friends yesterday, and they didn't believe that IHOP used pancake batter in their egg mixture. You know, I kind of believe it. When I ever order, like, it's been a while since I've been to IHOP. It's kind of pricey. And I think last time we went, we had like 5 kids with us. We had them split up. It's like $140. And my husband was like, why didn't you guys all go for the $5 never-ending stuff? And they were just like, I don't feel like it. That was years back, though. Kind of pricey. Sandy goes, I used to love cowboy candy. Yeah, but I always ordered the sunny side up eggs. But I really don't know what they use on the griddle. It's obviously not butter, probably. Okay, Chris Bear has a video on smoking eggs. They look really good. I saw retired Rick Carnivore. He smokes eggs in his grill too. Always think about that. Like, it would be good. I bet you it would be good. Because back when I ate cheese, I really liked smoked blue cheese. It's so good. The restaurant you went to only had seed oils. Oh, yay. You know, great. Ooh, a video on smoked deviled eggs. Oh, that even sounds better. One up. One up from just regular smoky eggs. Good morning, Beta. What do you think about that? Smoked deviled eggs.
That sounds good. I saw something where they have like a smoked Himalayan salt.
Smoked Himalayan salt. There's this stuff called, I think it's molten sea salt that's smoked or something. I gotta get a hold of something like that. I hear it's delicious.
That's smoked peppers.
Smoked peppers. We did, what were they? They're kind of like poppers, but they're wrapped in bacon and it's just jalapenos. We only made them once. Because it was a really bad experience. So what had happened was Flash touched one and touched his face. And this kid was like 2 years old. And he was screaming for about an hour. We were trying to get the pepper juice off of his face because it burns. And so since then, and since I have really little guys, we haven't made those jalapeno poppers that way. What do they call them? Like Texas tornadoes or something weird? Kids like them though. They really do. Kitchen Witch said she had pickled quail eggs in North Carolina in a jar with a piece of onion, carrot, and jalapeno.
And pickled pig's feet.
You had
try that.
Did you try the pickled
No,
pig's
I
feet?
will not try that.
No?
That's gross.
I'm always pointing at the pickled bologna. Like, what about that? You know, I Googled last night if it was okay to dehydrate hot dogs. Like, wouldn't that turn into like one of those jerky sticks?
Yeah.
It's a thought.
Did you know those jerky sticks are all made out of pork? All of them?
They are? This is pork? I thought they were like
pork mixed in with other meat.
Like chicken livers and stuff.
It preserves more because it's fucking gross.
Well, they have to put sugar in it with bacteria too. That's better than nothing. More than that. Oh, I'm missing chat. It's like, see you, Vanna. Have a good day. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Sandy uses molten smoked sea salt. Is good. Is it? We're making Josephine hungry. Uh-oh. Sorry. Yeah, that talk of pickled pig's feet. Well, I can get pig's feet. I have to pickle it myself, I guess. You know, it might not be too terrible. Let's see. Sean said he stopped eating at the cafeteria at work because they kept spraying the grill with crap canola oil before they scrambled the eggs. Oh, that's awful. I get my knees and back hurt right away after I have any weird oil or something cooked in weird oil the next day. I freaking hate it, and I always know. So I'm just like, nope, not for me. And Lat made pickled eggs last week with added beetroot for color, jalapeno, and allspice. Ooh, that's great. Oh, shoot. I need to write that down. I'll remember. I'll just rewatch this. Because that's great for color. You know, my kids actually love pickled beets. It's weird. They love them. I think it's because, you know, beets are just really sugary in general. Yeah, it's a strong test at oil crap, yep. You, Sandy, grew up on pickled pig's feet, sausage, and pickled eggs. I'm always pointing at that pickled bologna, and I'm like, maybe we should pick that up for the kids. And my husband's like, no, keep going, keep going. And I'm like, they might eat it. It might be weird, though. It's probably full of dextrose and crap. Good morning, Wendy. Feral Grandma in the house. There she is. And Tanya goes, I might do a special appetizer at work. A flight of deviled eggs made with bacon grease. There it is. There it is. If it doesn't get too hot. My bacon grease, I don't even put it in the fridge. I leave it out, and it's like just, it's warm, so it's not, it's all liquid, man. It makes me think about, you know, it'd be fun, heart attack, chicken thighs. With all the bacon grease. Saying hi to everybody. And Lat grew up with boiled pig's feet. A local shop sold them. We ate them with brown bread and butter, watching Stingray. Oh, those were the days. Yeah. My mom said that her mom used to make a really delicious cow's tongue and pig's feet, and it was like this thing that they did is either during the week or only on special holidays. And she was like, so good, so good. I remember her saying that. It was so little, and all of us kids were just like, I don't want that. Oh man, Amy, once you make that heart attack chicken, you're gonna be like, oh, does my steak heart attack too? And deep fry it? I've done that. It's actually really good. Sean goes, we used to love prank calling restaurants asking if they had pig's feet. If they said yes, we'd tell them to put some shoes on. No one will notice. That's awesome. What was that? You had to like block your number? Is it like *67 or something before you call people? I just say random dumb things. Hello, is your fridge running? Well, you better go get it. Stingray was pretty good, but Knight Rider always got more attention. Yeah, I don't remember Stingray at all, or any reruns of it, but Knight Rider I do. I like watching reruns. So, today's topic was the 1940s and what they ate, and it was just clearing up a comment that somebody left about how they obviously didn't know what people ate in the 1940s, but swear they just ate meat and had died of heart attacks. So that's what the beginning of this was. If you ever wanted to go back and just get a little rundown of this, not a pyramid, but the special pie chart that they had of what you needed to eat, the dietary guidelines, basically, of the 40s. It was way before caller ID. So it was good. You were good. Yeah, that was like remember when caller ID came out and you'd get these little things from the phone company and it would just give the number and then you'd stop answering the phone. We'd always have to answer the phone, blah, 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 residents, all the time. Now it's like if somebody rings and I don't know the number, if it's really important, you'll leave a message and I'll get back to you because I really don't care. Yeah, now we have the best chart. Who's got the shirt? Is it Mitch? He's got a great pyramid shirt. It's like butter on top and then there's like, was it the cow at the bottom? It's something flipped. There's a cow and then there's like pigs and chicken and butter on top. The only pyramid you'll ever need to follow or something. Somebody's got it. I think we're doing good on time too. I believe so. Yeah. Well, we're probably going to have to cut it in about 10 minutes, but I do have a new show coming out and it'll be around 8:30. And if you want to hit up my Instagram, you can. And there's a new Butter Woman commercial just for fun. You know, I'm starting to spin the wrong way and I'm messing up my spin. So I have to just remember, always spin left. You love Sequest. I have no idea, man. In my head. Did anyone hear about Carrie's friend dying, Eric from the UK? I think Mitch touched on it yesterday for a little bit. And then I saw that Carrie had a little 4-minute thing about it. Kind of sad. Did he just like drop dead or something? Nobody knows what he died of, but he died. And yeah, it's always sad when somebody goes, you know? I think he just became a grandpa too. It was like all these nice things. But still, he has a really good story. And I do believe Carrie did interview him a few times. He was on there a few times. Drink this before it goes cold. Oh. Get my LaCroix. Oh, died in his sleep. Was super fit and a swimming coach. Okay. Used to love going to Chick-fil-A. On Chick-fil-A Day, if you dressed up like a cow, you get a free meal. You can still get an 8-count grilled chicken nuggets. And they're just grilled. Butter Woman commercials never get old. I don't know if you've seen them yet, Tanya, but I did one about just adding butter to your coffee, and this is all you. I did. But what did I say? I said something about use butter as a vessel, or use coffee as a vessel for your butter. Because you said that one time, and I was like, I'll use it. The Butter Woman commercial started to go. I was thinking about using Rocky because she's spinning now when she eats butter. So I was just like, wouldn't it be funny? I need to order her like a little shirt. It'd be hilarious. Dress up like cows. They still do that? Do they still do that? You dress up like a cow? Just sell some chicken nuggets? Years ago, when Chick-fil-A was kind of new where we were in our area, I remember this Veda was like maybe 6, and we had to go to the mall with her grandma, and she was like, let's go, where do you want to try? And she was like, I'll try some chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A. Did not like the nuggets, they were gross. Don't really like Chick-fil-A that much, honestly. Yeah. Well, you know, it's kind of sad. Looked familiar. Yeah. He was that one that he was like, he got fit, lost weight on carnivore, and kind of aged backwards or something a little bit. And he was always talking about how great he looked. It's a vessel. You caught the Rocky spin, yeah. She's funny. She's always going for those butterballs. I definitely need to make my own. Keep the bag and just like keep filling it with the old one, my own that I make, because it just makes the kids eat the butter. They like butter regardless, but you know. You get Glenview Farms butter chips from U.S. Chef Store for butter in our coffee. 3 butter chips in my 16-ounce cup is great. Butter chips? What? Why don't I have a pen with me to write this stuff down? I'm gonna have to look them up. Yeah, and she's talking so much more now. She was all like, I was like, I got all the eggs. And she's like, but mommy, look over there. This is silly pants. It was 66 or 67 and his birthday was, oh. Yeah. Good die young, guys. That's crazy. It'd be really interesting to know what exactly happened. Never know. Like, my brother went to school with this girl, and her mom was going to pump gas, and she suffered a brain aneurysm as she was pumping gas, drops, and died. It was like crazy sad. They closed the school for that. It was just so sad. Aneurysms are scary. My husband's grandfather had a brain aneurysm and actually survived it. He died at 76, heart failure, heart disease. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, everybody. What do we got here? 7:13. Give it a few more minutes. The family legend is that you didn't speak until age 2, and then you came out with whole sentences looking for meat. And you said, I could manage that. That's nice. You know, Loretta, I was a little worried about her because she wouldn't really talk, like, a lot with sentences and stuff. And around 2, she did the same thing. She was just like, she came out, she was talking all the time. She's super smart, loves to read, very, very intelligent kid. She knows she's smarter than me too, that's the bad part. I'm like, no. But like, she gets everything really easy. I wish I was that way. I wish I could get things like super fast. But no, I always had to work hard on everything. Wait, Tanya knows what butter chips are too? Oh, the butter chips are those wrapped in boiled things? What? You get butter chips? Where is the? Where are these? We're like the U.S. chef. Because it's the best place to get pork belly here. We also get ribeye for $9 a pound. That's nice. Yeah. And you have to cut your own steaks, but it's worth it. That's awesome. Cool. That's really cool. I'm not seeing butter chips. But I'm betting I can make them with a peeler and the Amish butter. Alex, not Eric. We are all not speculating about the cause, as there will be a portion, but suspicion is high. Yeah, there'll always be high suspicion, especially if you're on the carnivore diet. Your son was a late talker around 3. He's 52 and very intelligent. Yeah, it's almost like they just want to sit there, little kids like that, and like to soak in everything. And then when they feel like it, they'll start talking. Costco might have them. Oh. Well, then I might look next time I'm up there. Out and about. I was thinking about getting the duck eggs that are packed in salt and just trying them. But then, like, what if I don't like them and I got like a dozen? I guess I could feed them to the chickens. They're like $7.50 for a dozen, though. And I'm just like, maybe I'll try them. Okay, everybody, it looks like we're about 15 till Old Guy Carnivore starts. And I do like to show up a little early. You know, maybe say hi in the mornings. What I'm going to do is thank you for all coming. Thank you for showing up. This has been fun. And we all learned a little bit about the 7 groups. I think that's what they called it. I have to Google that, but it's a little pie chart about what they ate in the 1940s and a possibility of why heart disease is so rampant. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll be over in the chat at Old Guy Carnivore. And if you haven't checked him out, might as well. I think he's pretty fun. Imagine unwrapping all those little butters. Just 3 a day in my coffee. Use that for your vessel. Oh, also, I gotta plug it because I don't know how to share it onto my account, which I don't think I can anyway, but I'll be on Thomas's channel. It's gonna be a live chat. For me, I think it's 1 Central and it's 2 Eastern. If you want to show up, say hi, ask Butterwoman a question. She really doesn't have a backstory. Maybe I can make one up. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Think. End.